In the brutal world of Acheron, the priest created a cursed mask, reviving the dead kings of history and sacrificing the holy blood of their beloved daughters. The cursed powers of the dead reside in the mask, and the one who wears it would be powerful enough to curse everyone around them. The person would have the power to revive the dead, as zombies, and use them as they please. With the power of that mask, the Acheron army became so strong that they almost took over the entire world. However, there was a tribe that fought fiercely against them and stood a chance. They were the Barbarians. The Barbarians were the only tribe that fought hard against the Acherons, and they managed to kill the person who wore the mask. They knew that if anyone got their hands on the cursed mask, they would again aspire to rule the world and bring everything to the verge of destruction. So, they broke the mask into pieces and kept them separately in a box so that no one would ever be able to gain the unholy powers of the mask again. But before dying, the masked man told everyone that he would come back by taking a new life and kill all of the barbarians. A future was predicted: a brave warrior would come to life and end the rule of the cursed mask and the Acherons for good. Thousands of years passed, and we see a battle between the fierce barbarians and their enemies. The leader of the barbarians had a wife who was pregnant, and due to injuries, she was of no use in battle. As she gave birth to the child, the leader asked her what she wanted to name her child. Before her death, she looked at her child's face for the last time and named him Conan. She died. The story fast forwards 14 years to the Cimmeria village. Conan had become a big boy now, and his father, Corin, who was also the leader of the tribe, organized a competition for young strong boys. However, Conan was not allowed to participate because he was a kid. Conan told Corin that he was the son of a great warrior and could face any difficulty, convincing Corin to allow him to participate. The boys had to carry an egg in their mouth and run through a snowy mountain without breaking the egg. Conan overtook the other boys, but on their way, attackers from another tribe launched an attack on them. All of the young boys ran back for their lives, but Conan bravely faced them. By using his skills and his brain to the fullest, he killed them and brought their heads back to the village, with the egg unbroken. Conan proved himself to be a violent warrior, and Corin was impressed with his son. The king now knew the full potential of his son, and he believed Conan could be the one leading the barbarians to victory one day. After witnessing his bravery, Conan's father realized that his son would be a great warrior. One day, Conan was training with his sword when his father arrived. He told Conan that it was time for him to get a new sword and forged one for him. His father asked him, "Which power do you want in this sword, fire or ice?" Conan was confused and said fire first, then changed his mind and said ice. Seeing his confusion, his father decided to give the sword both fire and ice. Conan and his father continued to train, and his father defeated him multiple times. He even broke the snow and drowned Conan in the cold water, telling him that he was not ready to use his own sword. Because Conan fought and killed those mountain bandits from another tribe, a knight named Kalar Zym arrived seeking revenge. Kalar is a very famous priest who is after that mask. When the barbarians destroyed the mask 1,000 years ago, they divided it and gave separate pieces to the leaders of other barbarian tribes. Kalar has been hunting down those pieces. He destroys every single barbarian tribe to collect all the mask pieces, and the final piece is in the village of Corin, Cimmeria. After attacking and completely destroying the village, Kalar keeps Corin as a hostage and demands to know the location of the last piece of the mask. Seeing his father in danger, Conan jumps in and attacks a soldier named Lucius, leaving a scar on his nose. Kalar seems impressed by Conan's bravery and asks Corin, "Who is this boy? He seems brave. Is he your son?" Corin replies, "Yes, he is my son." Kalar asks Corin about the location of the final skull piece, but Corin refuses to tell him. Even though Kalar threatens to take their lives with burning hot lava, Corin remains silent because keeping the bone piece safe is important. Kalar calls out his daughter Marike, who has mythical powers, and asks her to locate the bone piece. Marike uses her senses and finds the bone piece. The only thing remaining is the blood of a girl with holy blood. They need to sacrifice a girl just like the Acherons did 1,000 years ago. They start searching for a girl with holy blood and leave the place. On his way out, Kalar puts burning lava in a container on top of Corin and Conan. Corin sacrifices himself by pulling the container onto his face to save Conan. Conan's father dies right in front of his eyes, leaving him angry and frustrated. He promises himself to kill Collar at any cost. Fueled by anger and hatred, 20 years pass, and Conan has become a big and strong man who still seeks vengeance against Collar. He encounters a slave colony and frees the slaves by killing the slave leaders. In the city of Messantia, he encounters Elishan, a thief being chased by Lucius, the soldier whom Conan previously attacked. Conan allows himself to be captured so he can find out Collar's exact location. Conan escapes from prison and confronts Lucius, forcing him to reveal Collar's whereabouts. Lucius tells him that Collar is looking for a girl, a pure-blood descendant of the sorcerers of Acheron. Sacrificing the girl and using her blood will unleash the mask's power. Elishan informs Conan that he will find Collar in the city of thieves, Argolan. Conan frees the prisoners, who then kill Lucius. The scene switches to a village where the last of the Acheron tribe resides. Some mentors are telling their students about the future. Here, we are introduced to the lead character of the movie, Tamara. Her mentor tells her that a brave man will come to take her, and Tamara blushes. Collar's people come to their village looking for the girl, and a fierce battle ensues between the Acherons and Collar's forces. Collar uses every ounce of his power to search for the girl with pure blood, who is Tamara. Before Collar can find her, Tamara's mentor hides her inside a horse cart and instructs her to run away and save her life. Collar asks Fawcett to disclose the location of Tamara, but he refuses. When Fawcett refuses, Collar kills him. Mary Kay tastes the blood of every single girl to find out the pure blood, but they soon realize that the holy descendant has left the place and run away. Collar orders his soldiers to follow the girl's cart. Meanwhile, Conan is on his way and notices a cart with Collar's picture in it. Expecting Collar to be there, he jumps onto the roof of the cart and attacks it, but he doesn't find Collar. Instead, he finds Tamara. Conan asks Tamara about Collar, but she doesn't know about him. By that time, Collar's soldiers are closing in, so Conan bravely confronts and eliminates all of them, capturing one in the process. The captured soldier is Remo, and Conan ties him to a horse and interrogates him about why Collar is after Tamara. Remo reveals that Tamara has pure blood, which is a necessary element for unleashing the mask's power. Collar promises Conan a lot of gold if he hands over Tamara. Conan decides that he wants to meet Collar, and Remo offers to lead him to Collar's location. Later on, Conan kills Remo and throws his body inside Collar's camp, enraging Mary Kay and Collar. Conan had a letter inside Remo's mouth, and Mary Kay reads it, revealing a message to meet Conan at the eastern side with his price. Upon learning this, Mary Kay and Collar set out to meet Conan with his requested payment. Collar meets Conan and hands him a bag of gold, asking for Tamara in return. Conan informs Collar that the gold is not his price, and when Collar asks what he wants, Conan tells him that he wants Collar's head. A fight breaks out between Conan and Collar, with Mary Kay using her mythical powers to create sand monsters. Conan, the Barbarian, uses his sword to defeat every single sand monster and jumps into the water, where his friend Artis is waiting for him. Artis helps them recover, but Mary Kay, with her keen sense of smell, locates Conan and Tamara, sending her sand monsters after them. The people on the ship realize the ambush, and both sides engage in a fierce battle. Conan's friends are as strong as he is, so they defeat all the monsters and celebrate their first victory. Conan orders Artis to return to Messantia with Tamara and sets off to confront Collar in his kingdom. In his haste, Conan forgets to take the map with him, so Artis sends Tamara to deliver the map to Conan. Tamara also starts to believe that Conan is the man her mentors told her about. Meanwhile, Conan and Tamara make love. Tamara realizes that Collar's people can capture her, so she runs alone, but Mary Kay captures her. By the time Conan realizes this, it is too late, so he seeks help from his old friend, Elishan. With Elishan's help, he manages to sneak through the huge doors of the castle, and they encounter a massive beast that resembles an octopus. Conan once again demonstrates his bravery, killing Collar's people, defeating the monster, and saving his friend Elishan. However, by now, Collar also suspects that someone is coming after him. He quickly rushes to the Black Cave with Tamara to complete the ritual using her blood and fulfill all the requirements for awakening the mask's power. After delivering the holy blood, the mask's power awakens, granting Collar tremendous abilities. Collar's wife was a magician, which is why Mary Kay possesses magical powers, and Collar intends to use the mask's power to resurrect his wife. Meanwhile, Conan reaches the location disguised as one of Collar's soldiers and engages in a fight with Collar. Both Collar and Conan have their feet on a wheel with Tamara tied to it, and the wheel is slowly descending into the valley. Conan fights Collar while also trying to save Tamara whenever he gets the chance. Mary Kay attempts to save her father by wielding a sword she stole from the village of Samaria, a sword that belonged to Corin. Conan recognizes the sword and tells Mary Kay that she doesn't meet the requirements to wield it. He continues his fight with Collar, and they both fall down as rocks scatter everywhere. In order to protect Tamara, Conan focuses more on escaping rather than fighting. Along the way, they encounter Mary Kay again, and Conan, seeking revenge, cuts off her hand and throws her into the valley, where she perishes, impaled by the sharp branches. After witnessing his daughter's death, Collar tries to harness the black magic from the mask and revive his wife in Tamara's body. However, Conan assists Tamara in maintaining her focus and stability. Collar reminds Conan of how he killed Corin 20 years ago and threatens to do the same to him. Conan employs a trick he learned during his training, using his sword to break the bridge that Collar is standing on, causing him to fall and die. The mask shatters, and Tamara is freed from its dark magic. Conan escorts Tamara back to her village and then returns to Samaria, where he vows to protect his tribe.